YouTube, it's Brian Phillips. Look at this thing. It is so gorgeous. The Xiang little bird. This thing is so sweet. The MD500 has ordnance. It's so dang beautiful. And yes, the door's open. It's a little hard to do one-handed, camera crew. See if you can open the back or front door, either one of them. Put the handle down and then open it. Good job. Now close it. Beautiful. We're gonna take off. LEDs all around. It's so gorgeous, 5-bladed. It does come with spare blades. It does come, well, ours came with 2 batteries. You can order yours with however many you want. It's got this style of transmitter. We're gonna let this thing start up. Unlock it. That's danger, meaning it's safe. Okay, very confusing, but you'll notice it's red. Come back here. I don't know what red means, but we're gonna find out. I'm in auto. There is a return to home function, and yes, that is a live screen. So pretty cool. There's also a figure 8 and a circle mode. Manual mode. Now you can move the cyclic and see that things are moving. Going back to auto. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go sticks down and out, and we're gonna see what happens. Okay, camera crew back. You good?
Yep.
Pressing up. Oh yes, that is so sick. Awesome. It's not gonna kill you yet, okay? Look at that thing, it's so cool. And the LEDs are gorgeous. Okay, so this is auto leveling, as you can see. Auto leveling, guys. This is what auto leveling looks like, okay? But this is also GPS, okay? So I'm not sure how much it's gonna let us do in this auto leveling mode, so let's find out, because it looks pretty dang sweet. Oh man, do you see the front light?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. The glass does it, folks. Tinted, semi-translucent, super tame, super easy. Okay, before I crash it, here's what I wanna do. This is gonna be a super quick move, okay? Camera crew's gonna hold this for just a second.
No, why are we
Yeah,
doing
just
this?
a quick second. Okay, so just-
So I can crash it?
Yeah, just come toward us really quick, just show us. Okay, now turn it a little bit. You don't have to do anything fancy. Yes, yes. Okay, stop right there.
Okay.
See, very good. I just want you guys to see, you don't have to be an expert to do this, okay? That's the beauty of these things. But man, oh man, look at that light shining through. We're gonna just go ahead and go into the wind a little bit now. This thing is extremely muted right now because we're in a lower rate, okay? So the lower rate, of course, can be changed by hitting high, low. Now I'm in high, let's see how much faster it is. Still pretty tame. Reminds me a lot of the other Xiang going right overhead. Oh, that is so sweet. Oh my goodness, I love a good scale helicopter, guys. If you're making helicopters and you're not making them scale, guys, what are you doing? This is what everybody wants right now. So start doing it. If you're not, start doing it, please. Oh, love the nav lights. It's kind of strange that it's got a red light on top. That is one of the most unusual lights we've seen with a GPS heli drone. My guess is we probably don't have GPS lock, but at this point, we have different sensors. I am currently in that sensor. Now I'm gonna go to GPS. Oh, now it's GPS. That's how you get the green light. So now it is actually in GPS, which means we're gonna be a little bit more capable in our movements. You see how it's letting me tip it a little bit further? Oh my goodness. So gorgeous, folks. And yes, I wanna be down in the trees doing cool things, but since it's a GPS heli drone, we try not to go into the trees until we have an opportunity to crash it normally, like a normal person, okay? Let's stop. Oh yeah, aggressive stop, but not too aggressive. And yes, as you can see, I trust this thing. I'm not really worried about it. I don't want it to smack me in the head, but I do want to see it fly. And look at those missiles. So cool. Okay, going up. It's got a real slow rate of climb, okay? So just keep in mind, even slower rate of descent. A little bit of weirdness when you're going down and trying to do certain maneuvering. Keep in mind, this is a GPS heli drone. It is basically a fly-by GPS, so you are not having to be a skilled pilot. Now, my issue is, can I come out of that mode? And that's the next question that I want to answer right after I go to altitude and fly it in circle. Okay, so here it is. I'm in a little bit of an altitude. I'm gonna press down with the momentary. It's gonna go into a circle pattern. There's the circle. You'll notice it went to the edge of the circle so that it wouldn't crash itself. Now it's gonna go in a circle. So cool, and it's gonna film. I'm gonna break out of it by basically going to the figure 8 for a mere moment. I just pushed up on this now. Now I'm gonna see the figure 8. Oh, it's so cool, and it keeps the tail pointed the right direction, kind of. Oh, that is so, so cool. So is it gonna actually complete the figure 8? Yes, it's straightened itself out. Very good, and you can also see that as that's happening, you have a color screen that is giving you live updates. Now coming out of it, I'm gonna press up, and it's gonna come right out of it back to regular GPS controllable mode. Very, very good, Xiang style. It's actually very good. And yes, those lights really do help a lot with orientation. That's full stick deployment. You can see it leans a lot, but it doesn't move a lot, which is really good for the average Joe that maybe doesn't know how to fly. And then forward, and then letting it come back, and then backward. Beautiful, guys, beautiful. Very good corrections, both directions, okay? So we'll bring this down a little bit lower, get past the sun, and we're gonna bring this low, and I wanna see if I can land it myself, okay? So I'm gonna just put it down right here. Okay, right there. Hold the sticks down, and I'm gonna go to stop, okay? You'll notice that goes to an emergency flight sort of condition. I'm gonna come back out of that. When I come back out of that, I'm gonna have to rearm, so I'm gonna go back to the LiDAR mode and see if I can get it to rearm. Yes, I can. Now I'm gonna go up just a little bit with the up stick. Beautiful. And it's still flyable, guys, but we've got that cool flashing light. I don't think it's supposed to be that way, but that's all right. I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Looks like a Christmas decoration now, except an awesome Christmas decoration, like die-hard Christmas decoration. Okay, so now what I wanna do is I wanna land and see if we can get it to stop flashing. So when I say land, all I'm doing is basically pulling down on the stick until it touches the ground, and then I'm gonna kill it. Okay, there's 2 ways to kill it. Will you hear the resonance?
Yeah.
So that's probably because the blades are not super thick, okay? Let's take a second and look at that. By the way, I just want to talk about how long this thing has been flying too. We were at about 98% charge on this battery. And you can see we still have, oh man, we still have power. Okay, so here's how I'm gonna reset everything. I'm gonna just turn it off. Press and hold, wait for it to turn off, press and hold. We'll go through the full power up sequence. Press and hold, now let go. Now lay it down. You'll notice this light is flashing, it's searching. Come back a few inches here. We're in LiDAR mode, not GPS. So I'm gonna go down to GPS. I don't know if I have to do this. Oh, it's solid green.
Oh, it's flashing green, so it's still searching.
Oh, look at that.
There it goes.
So there's return to home. And then I'm gonna go back to GPS. I'm gonna see if I can arm and take off. Sticks down and out. Is it gonna arm?
No, because you're still in danger.
Oh, I'm in danger. Sticks down and out. Very good. All right, pressing up. Okay, beautiful. And obviously in GPS mode, it's supposed to return to home. So that's the next thing we're gonna test right now. Goodness gracious, that is so dang beautiful. Okay. GPS return to home. Okay, let's see how high it goes, guys. It is beeping audibly saying, I'm returning to home. And it also says nothing else. Oh, that is so dang cool, guys. Look, I'm not even touching anything. I'm just watching it happen. And I'm on the stick. I'm ready to kill it at any point. And kill it. That is so dang cool. I love it. It's so good. By the way, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try manual mode now. Okay, so we're in unlock. We're gonna hit GPS return to home. We're gonna go back to GPS and we're gonna go up to this bottom mode, which is red. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take off. This thing definitely auto levels. It's way more muted in this mode, okay? I did notice kind of that weird jerk in the back. Did you notice that too?
A little bit.
I noticed it over there, but I wasn't sure if it was just a gust of wind. But when you guys are in this mode, this is gonna be the downward facing sensor. So I wonder what's gonna happen when I go over this big bush. I didn't go over it.
Not yet.
I missed the bush. Oh yeah, it went up, did you see it? Mm-hmm. So guys, if you're flying in downward facing sensor mode, whether it's LiDAR or optical, and I think this one is a combo. Let's fly over here and give them a little shot of the building. That is so dang cool. Guys, look, there's the building. It's getting done. So cool. We're gonna give you guys an update at some point. These type of helicopters, can you imagine how sweet it's gonna be when we can fly right overhead, right overhead, right overhead. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so now, if your objective is to fly in low rates in the top mode, which is downward facing mode, it is gonna be very, 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 very tame. Now, GPS can be a little bit less tame in high rates, and that's gonna give you a more enjoyable flight experience. As you can see, the camera crew is not cringing as I go by close. That's because we have developed a little bit of trust with this little bird, and it is absolutely to die for looking. It is beautiful. We got a little couple of guys that came with it that you can stuff in the canopy. I don't think they come with it normally. You got to order them that way. But I'm going to definitely tell you this. If you guys want to outfit your helicopter to look absolutely amazing, this is the helicopter to do it with. It is gorgeous. It's a 1/16 scale.
It's big.
And now here, I'm going to go ahead and just jump over here. Camera crew, you good? I'm going to go to manual mode, but I'm going to do it over the grass just in case I have a huge miserable failure. I don't know what manual mode's gonna do, so I'm in GPS right now. I wanna just see, sometimes these things are hard to get to in terms of the sticks. You see what I'm doing here? I'm protecting my investment by getting my fingers ready, okay?
Okay.
So here's manual mode. Okay, manual mode. It's still auto leveling. I'm not sure what the light condition is on top.
It's yellow.
It's yellow?
Looks like it.
So it looks like in GPS mode, when it's in manual mode, it looks like it's just gonna let it slip and slide. So it'd be like an ATT mode in Flywing world, okay? So it's just gonna keep sliding. You see, it doesn't break incessantly. And so what that means is as you're flying, it'll keep moving forward when you let off of the cyclic, okay? So watch this. Letting go and see it sliding. Now the light started flashing, so I'm not sure what's gonna happen there. If it's gonna immediately try to go home or if that's gonna be a warning. This is just me right now. So I'm gonna come out of manual. It's gonna stop. The GPS is already in the GPS mode, so I'm in the middle position here. I haven't returned to home. I haven't called for it. Now, in the LiDAR mode, I'm gonna go to manual and see what happens as well. Okay. So it looks like that is still auto leveling, but it's just gonna relax the controls so it can slip and slide. And I'm guessing this is gonna try to auto land. Can you tell how many lights? We have one flashing light.
I can't tell.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna bring it over here just in case it dies. It should, you know, auto gyro for a second, but just keep in mind, I'm back to auto and I'm to GPS. If I wanted to return to home, I could do this and it would return to home, but we're gonna take one for the team and let it kill itself right now in terms of battery. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just bring it over here where it would obviously land with no problem and see what happens. You notice that jerk? It's a little weird.
Just a little bit, yeah.
So I'm not sure what's going on there, but let's just watch this thing and let's let it fail. If it fails, it's gonna drop about a foot. My guess is it's gonna shoot up to altitude here in a few seconds and then it's gonna go ahead and go home.
Is there any battery indicator on your screen?
It looks like the GPS signal is 29.
RX battery, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, that's like 6 minutes maybe? That's the transmitter.
No, we're way longer than 6 minutes.
There's the receiver battery. But yeah, this flight pack is taking forever to go, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, the amount of height that we gained is very reasonable. But keep in mind, this is a big difference between success and failure for us in the heli realm. Let's get up real close and get some more footage of it.
And if this is your low battery warning, like that's a good amount of warning.
It's enough to do something about it. That's what I was just saying. Yeah, it's beautiful. Because if you have plenty of time to respond, then low battery issues become a non-issue.
Yeah.
I just heard another audible noise, or it's just the resonance of the blades.
I think it's just the resonance of the blades.
So let's get in some more close-ups. Can I get in the door while it's flying, you suppose?
No.
So Xiang, great job on this helicopter. It's absolutely gorgeous. Check out the links to Sterling Kit in the video description below. Buy one for your very own. It is awesome. Now, I am curious to see what's gonna happen. I am definitely firmly in GPS mode.
Yep.
And I just wanna see what happens. This thing is flying forever. Okay, so I'm just gonna move it around a little bit. Remember, I wanna be far enough away from home that it's not like we're cheating, okay?
Right.
And you'll notice that the frequency intensity of the top light appears to be a little bit faster, unless that's in my head.
It's just out of sequence with the nav lights.
Oh, so the nav lights are slower.
And then the top light is faster.
So are you thinking that this thing is just gonna fall, or are you thinking this is gonna return to home?
No, I think it's gonna return to home.
Really?
I just think it's a really long warning.
That is a huge warning. I actually really like that.
Yeah.
But it's also the same warning that we got when we went to danger. But this last time with the higher voltage, when we landed and we went to danger to shut off the motors and everything, it did not give us any problems.
Right.
So
I think we just got it out of sequence before, and then it was just flashing.
Sometimes these helis will not return to home after they've already returned to home without going through the process of actually relearning the home position. So I'm wondering if that's what's gonna happen here. We have run into that on a couple of occasions, but in this case, this is gonna be the first time we've actually intentionally let one die. But you know what? If it kills the battery, I'd rather kill the battery than the heli.
Right.
Which, that is a long time to be in a warning.
It's not just gonna fall out of this, well, I shouldn't say that.
Well, if I lock this thing right now, it's gonna stop.
It will,
right
yeah,
now.
don't do that.
So that's one of the things we like about Xiang and the absolutely definitive shut-off switch.
Yes.
I like that switch. It makes me comfortable as a pilot. It makes me comfortable, you know, if I had my kids flying, because if there's a crash, I want to be able to just quick do this.
Yep.
You can usually tell when something is about to go.
It's an immediate kill switch. It's not like hold these series of buttons
hold
for
a series
5
of
seconds.
buttons. Are you kidding? For 5 seconds while it's sitting there beating itself to death?
Yeah.
Like, no thanks. So, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's ever going to land. I feel like we should hook our house up to this thing. Maybe we could run it for a week or two.
There it goes. Oh, it went to a faster flash and it beeped the top red light.
Sweet.
And now that's
And it's
beeping.
going home. It's going to the home position and it's landing.
Yep.
Beautiful. So that means that it's going to give you a long, ample warning.
That's like at least 15 minutes of flight time.
Wow. That is crazy amount of flight time.
Nope, it's not gonna hit the grass.
Okay, so watch. I don't like the resonance. The resonance is a little bit weird.
Yeah.
I'm not thrilled about it, but I gotta say, my biggest and only complaint with this helicopter is I don't think there's a way at this moment to totally delatch from the auto leveling. So this is gonna be an auto leveling creation. It's gonna GPS style. It is beeping still. You can hear the audible beep, but otherwise I would say this thing is awesome. Okay, camera crew, please.
Yep.
For a moment. It's easy to fly. It's absolutely drop dead gorgeous. It did come with a spare prop that's white with red marks. So if you wanted to put that on, you could get some more visual reference cues. And yes, the worst problem I have with this model right now is that I can't take it out of auto leveling because I want to take it out and fly it like a helicopter should, which is I want to be able to crash it. They have made some of these amazing helicopters almost uncrashable, which is untenable for the type of guy that actually really loves flying helicopters. However, this helicopter is not going to be geared toward the helicopter aficionado.
Right.
If the camera crew can fly it, it is not for you.
But Xiang is known for coming out with other models like
here
that are in different modes.
These ones will come out in another option, is what the camera crew is trying to say, that are not going to have GPS heli drone status.
Yep.
GPS heli drone is a made up series of words that I did. It's not anybody else's. I made it up. It's totally just mine. Okay, GPS heli drone means it's not a drone, but it acts like a drone. Yep. It's going to fly itself like a drone. You don't need to be an expert pilot. But they do have helicopters that have good flight controllers that do auto leveling, and we're calling it like ATT mode in Flywing world. It's going to be an auto disc leveling, but you don't have GPS to hold positional access this way or this way. That's what manual means on this transmitter, is that instead of jerking to a stop, whether it be from the LiDAR sensor or the downward facing optical flow sensor or the GPS is also going to add in the altitude, but so will the downward facing sensors. It's just a lot more muted in every way on the LiDAR sensor / downward facing sensor. Now, is this the right helicopter for you? Obviously, if you like the Little Bird, if you like the MD500, then this is for you, obviously. But it is a 1/16 scale. It's not going to be for heavy 3D. Look at those blades. That's why you hear the resonance. I am totally fine with resonance. I am totally fine with helicopters that fly as auto-leveled GPS heli drones. I don't have a problem with that. My problem is there's so much crammed into this. All they have to do is add one more switch condition. I would gladly give up this entire switch to have a danger, fly at your own risk switch so that I can shut off the auto leveling and actually get into control of it, because I think that's the transition for the average Joe that can fly this, that can't fly a real helicopter, to take and make that stepping stone. Now, obviously going into manual mode where it slips and slides, that's one additional step you can make toward flying a real helicopter, a real RC helicopter, hobby grade style. This is firmly in hobby grade style. It's just very easy to fly, like almost too easy. That is my biggest complaint that I have on this helicopter. It's too easy to fly. So if you want something that's harder to fly, that's more sophisticated, give it a few months. Usually these GPS heli drones end up getting released. Sometimes they're rebranded. Look for the other style of controller. We have seen that time and time again. We saw it with the Apache. We're gonna see it with this almost certainly, okay? If we don't, we will make our voices heard to our distributors and directly to Xiang so that they will listen, hopefully, and give that offering. Now that might never come in this package, but I'd like it to, because I feel like this is the premium package.
Yeah.
And if you're getting the cheaper package, then I don't understand why they don't give you the cheaper package flight opportunity. So it's a little bit of a misnomer to me. But that being said, they probably have a few less warranty arguments, okay? So from a business perspective, I can understand why they might do that. Xiang, good job. Actually reasonably labeled. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than some we've seen. So basically Flywing and Xiang are the only two that we can find that actually label any sensical remarks on here. And then we had a couple of weird ones that were like Amazon offerings, like High Sea and stuff. They had really good labels because they're geared to children, okay? This is not a child's toy. This is, if you're buying your kids toys like this, I wanna be your kid because this is expensive, okay? But it's worth it. If you love helicopters and you love scale aircraft, this is where it's at. This is the stuff I've been dying to get since I was a kid, okay? Unbox build radio setup next. Full disclosure, there ain't much to it, okay? Camera crew, hold please, thank you. This battery, this is about how the Unbox goes. Look, push those together, pull the battery out, okay? Take the battery, press the power button. Shuts off. You'll notice there's a 1S micro pH connector there. Yes, you could put an FPV camera and you could figure it out to 3D print it so it goes on there. And that would be freaking awesome. And that thing would go underneath and you'd have your headgear on and you'd be going around taking out the enemies, as you can see with the missiles and whatnot. Yes, those do come off, toolless. This body has some weaknesses in it. That is the other complaint I have on this model. It's small, but it is real. That tab is supposed to be inside. I had this tab outside when we opened it out of the box. It is held very tight in the foam. We've seen that from one other model recently, and a couple of you might have got EC-135s that were broken from a competitive, from Flywing in this case, because their foam was way too tight on the packaging. So it transferred too much of the damaging handling and dropping out of the back of the FedEx truck and running over by the UPS truck and then hitting from the DHL truck and then sideswiping from USPS. And that's just in America. Just imagine what's going on in China. Here. So guys, here it is. This thing is awesome. The camera crew almost didn't get it opened. They rotate and open. Yes, you can see the cyclic in there, but there is no collective that I could find. So the collective is missing. Of course, the collective would be like, it looked like an e-brake, okay?
Comes in multiple liveries, too.
We wanted to do a red and white one. It would have been easier to see, but this black one is
really cool.
Really awesome. And yes, it is flat black. And yes, they did a really good job on this livery. They did a nice muted color scheme here. I love it. They didn't go over the top. They didn't try to do a bunch of stupid, weird things that don't make sense. This thing is awesome. This is where it's at. This is our new basis for this size class, which is ironically in the middle. Okay,
it is.
It is not as big as the 470s, the 420s, and 500s that we've been seeing, and it is quite a little bit bigger than the 125ths and the 132nds that we've been seeing. And we will show that also in the unbox in a side-by-side comparison, just so you guys get an idea of what you're looking at. Beautiful helicopter. We hope you're seeing this for the first time on Brian Phillips RC. If you're not, smash the bell for notifications when you do subscribe. We want to have you back, and we're going to try to earn your trust as you watch us show not just the perfect stuff, but also the flaws. Because at the end of the day, these are expensive. I want all the things I want when I get a toy this expensive. And there's some things I'm not getting on this that I do want, okay? Namely, I want to be able to take it out of auto leveling, okay? We're going to work with the manufacturers. We'll mention what we like about that. We're also going to mention how amazing that thing looks. Why are these not on every helicopter? Because they are largely always mounted on helicopters in one degree or another. Sometimes they're top and bottom. It depends on what type of system they have going on. And sometimes they're on the ends of these things too. So very cool. They're different shape and size, but they're supposed to cut. They're supposed to cut power lines and things before they get in and get mixed up with the blades.
That'd probably be a bad day.
It would be a very, very bad day. And by the way, if you guys didn't know this, I just saw this on a documentary the other day. Going from 4 blades to 5 blades made this helicopter considerably quieter. So if you see a 4-bladed one, yes, there was really a 4-bladed one. And yes, it was considerably louder. Also, speaking of fitment issues, this door does not seal all the way. Not sure why that is. I'm sure if I really cared, I could go ahead and break this open, and I could probably bend it a little bit with maybe a little bit of heat applied and get that seal perfectly tight. Yes, all 4 doors open, but the back door passenger is basically a giant brushless direct drive motor, which is kind of lame, okay? Truth, this thing is awesome. You will love it. I love the fact that the motor is muted in its markings. It is, what do you call that? Copper and black. Big motor. That's a deep stator, okay? And yes, they did give a full set of blades. Why are we not getting full sets of blades with any helicopter is totally beyond me, especially when we're talking about these prices, okay? These things do appear to be symmetrical. I do think this thing might fly upside down. I do think it will. I'm not able to test it because I can't take it out of auto leveling, okay? Am I gonna go around and do heavy 3D? No, but I wanna be able to take this up and flip it over and get the bad guys with my minigun, which is kind of hidden and obstructed, as you can see. But absolutely showstopper beauty. I'm not gonna go for showstopper performance. The performance is good, but it's not amazing. It's not anything you're gonna say, hey, I've never flown a helicopter and now I have arrived. But you are gonna say, it looks really good. And it's very easy to fly. There's some hesitation and some twerkiness that we noticed. I don't know if that's a GPS issue or if it's a flight controller, if it's just a gust of wind. We do have pretty light wind tonight. So I'm not gonna write anything home about that. But at the end of the day, the vast majority of the stuff going on this model is very good. It's either good to very good, okay? So yeah, very, very, very good. It's not a sport flying helicopter. I don't think you're gonna go out there and you know, try to do TikToks with this, even if you could unlock it, which I'm sure there's a way to do it. I just am not gonna tell you unless I know how to do it right. But man, oh man. And then the carrying case. You have to take the skids off to put it in the carrying case, which I just thought, but you have the blades on. So I'm like, what the heck? Turn that sucker sideways so we can put it in. I bet what happened is it was designed that way and then the T-tail kept breaking off.
Probably.
So they're easy to install. Take your battery out, it makes it easier.
You could also adjust your foam once you get it. You know, cut your foam and make it fit.
You could maybe make it fit because I think the package is big enough. Because with a 5-bladed prop like this, you can do forward and back just like that. Yep. And it will store down really nice and tight. So absolutely wonderful product, even as imperfect as it is. But remember guys, here on Brian Phillips RC, we're not about smoke screens and buy this, buy that. We're trying to give you the full truth so you can make a decision. This is expensive crap, okay? If it sucks, I want you to know it because I want to defend you like you're my buddy, because you are my buddy. And we appreciate you being friends and family on PayPal if you want to support the channel. But also, thanks for being monthly supporters on YouTube members or on Patreon. We appreciate you guys coming up every month, throwing us a few bucks to help us keep this ship sailing. By the way, the ship is very expensive this year. It's gonna be painful when all the numbers come in, but we are getting there. And it's very much appreciated, all the support. The best way you can support Brian Phillips RC, watch videos, like the videos, cost you nothing, okay? An ad plays once in a while. Sorry, we don't control all that. But buy these things from the links. That's the way you help make it make sense for us, okay? Because I love helicopters and I love airplanes and I love bringing you guys the best, because there are a lot of people on YouTube that are gonna just tell you whatever the marketing department tells them to tell. That's not us.
Yeah, we don't do that.
We're gonna crash it and tell you why it crashed, okay? Or we're gonna gripe at the manufacturers and say, why did that happen? How can we make it better? And then we'll work with them to bring you guys the best results, okay? Small community of amazing people right here on Brian Phillips RC. If you wanna see more just like this, or you can't quite swing this right now, and you want something a little cheaper or smaller, which by the way, we just did an MD500 not too long ago, and it was very good too, but it was more an indoor type of thing. Check out brianphillipsrc.com, or if you don't like writing my name because you're confused about how to spell it, just go to bprc.me, and you can find out competitive offerings in similar size classes, actually below or above. There is none in this size class.
No, not above.
By the way, manufacturers, if you're listening, why do I not have a 500 class yet of this? And why do I not have a 420 class of this?
Is there? There might be one actually.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Guys, thanks for watching. Unbox next. Come back for more. YouTube, Brian Phillips, knife time. We're opening this box. I don't know what it is. What could it possibly be if it has corner guards and it came from Xiang? Well, it could be just about anything on this channel. But the corner guards are usually a telltale sign that they are going to have a
what?
rotor. I'm guessing. So we're excited for this. We've been waiting on this one for a while. I hope it's as good as we think it's gonna be good, but sometimes we're let down. That's why we do this on Brian Phillips RC. We do reviews for RC stuff. And if you like it here, you're gonna like it in your real world, okay? And if it sucks for us, it's probably gonna suck for you too. Okay, so we're gonna continue onward. Oh my goodness. They snuck some extra packaged items.
Why are there multiple
unsolicited items? Oh yeah, look at that, there's little dudes. Look at this, little dudes. I wonder what they would go with. Oh, sweet. Look at all the guns
You
and
can
stuff.
change their clothes. It's like
Wow.
Barbies.
That's actually pretty cool. It's like Barbies for men, okay? We'll put these back here. They're Joy toys.
Oh, well, okie dokie.
All right, so I'm gonna pull it out sideways. Oh, F119-S. What? Those corner guards might be damaging the floor. I'm gonna stop doing that. Okay, so as you can see, it is a little bird, amazing. And it's one of these colors, okay? So we're gonna open this up right now. Oh yes, Xiang, as you can see right there. And we have a Xiang battery here that looks like they stuffed it in, and that is a big battery.
Yeah, it is.
So we're just gonna rip this open right now. Yep, we've seen these before. That is a big battery.
Is it an extra battery?
Cow. I'm assuming that is a 3S. Show them the specs, please. And yes, any of the stuff you see on this video, you can order from the links in the video description below. Support Brian Phillips RC, do it. Thanks, guys. All right, so as you can see, we've got some guns and some spare blades. We're gonna start by unboxing these things and showing you. It is a full set of blades. Yes, there are 5. They're all Bs, okay?
Okay.
Very nice, painted top and bottom. I love it. Tail rotor, painted red and white, both sides. Beautiful, as you can see here. So that's very nice. And then we've got some missiles. Ooh, there's missiles, but it doesn't say. Okay, so we've got a minigun. Oh yes, that is awesome. Okay, and then we have the rocket pods, awesome. And then some, ooh, what are these? These would be like anti-tank missiles, I think, but I don't know what they are. Okay. Drawing a blank at least. So we'll have those. Also comes with the skids, not mounted. That kind of sucks.
Oh.
Like it's a carrying case, but you have to just take your landing gear off to put it in. Okay, that was a miss. Came with some screwdrivers.
Those are the biggest Chinese screwdrivers ever.
I know. They must have thought about that. So you guys are ready for this? You ready for this? You ready? This is, oh yeah, it's this style. GPS heli drone, is that what it is?
I'm assuming so.
Xiang. Oh, watch this. We have outsmarted them. Xiang. Finally.
Only it always works that easily.
Thank you for putting it on inappropriately so we could take it off quick. And this is the input for the power supply, and that is the power supply for charging. And the reason I'm in a hurry to get that out is because we want to charge it, I think. But that ain't gonna go in there. So we're gonna plug this thing in. It's got a drum connector on it, as you can see. And there's the output, 12 volts at 2,500 milliamps. That's very weird. Okay, so we're gonna plug this in. That's gonna go into this 2 through 4S lithium polymer or lithium ion battery pack charger. Just gonna toss these things back in. Oh, here it is. This is the charger. I knew it was hiding in the black on black foam, okay? It's like this. We've had these before, okay?
This one's a little bit different.
It is a little different. So this goes into the balance lead. They're like, no, do not charge with 4S, okay? Fine.
Then you do that one upside down.
Then this sits right into there, boom. Just like that, and it's gonna charge. So it says 11.7, then it's showing battery 1, battery 2. I don't know why it says it that way, but that's what it says. We're gonna let this go for uno momento, and then I'm gonna show you the charging setup that we're probably going to run. See, we've done this before with other Xiang products that have similar battery chargers, but just keep in mind, we also have to adapt to the correct termination point on the main discharge lead. The main discharge lead, of course, being an XT30, and an XT30 is definitely a different type of connector for us. We don't have near as many of them. Might take me just a quick second to find it. Do you want to know why I couldn't find it?
So it was in a different spot?
I had it on my extension cord.
Oh.
Okay, so IC3, of course, goes in here. And then this is going to take us out to what I built, which is just this little XT30. It's black on black. It's hard to see. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this out and show you that we're at now 3.92, all at 11.8. We were at 11.1 when we started, so we'll disconnect here. Now that we've proven it works, I can also show you this button, okay? You can press this button and it will turn on, but you have to press and hold it for a moment, okay? Then you can press and hold it and it'll shut off. Now, keep in mind, if you have Xiang or similar equipped like this, you can turn this on and it turns on that little light, okay? See? So you could put that spotlight on here as well. And then they also have the capability of driving an FPV camera or something like that, should you so choose to do that, okay? But we're gonna charge this right now, plugging it in, XT30 to XT30, and then the balance lead to the balance lead of our smart charger. This happens to be an S2200. We'll be able to charge much faster with this, which is nice. So I'm gonna go into that. It says our voltages for each of the individual cells. And I wanna charge this at, what is this thing? Look right here, 3,500 milliamps, 3S. So I can go as much as 35 if I wanna do 1C, but I'm probably going to go for about 2C, so 7 amps, okay? Now, 7 amps is probably a little faster than I would recommend on a normal basis, but because we are in a bit of a hurry and we're in close proximity, paying attention to as we're doing all this, I'm comfortable doing it, okay? So that's gonna charge a little bit faster, and you can see the milliamp hours counting up. Now, that being said, because it's a ready-to-fly helicopter, you don't have to have all that stuff, but you can do it instead of using the provided charger, or if you buy it as a bind and fly so that you provide your own stuff and it doesn't come with that charger, then you can use your regular chargers. Now, this smart charger has some extra features you may not need, so take it with a grain of salt, okay? All right, so let's pull this thing out. Going straight up. I don't want to damage it on the way out because it's got a pretty good bite on it. Oh, that is so sweet. And I got to peel those stupid stickers off. Who decided to put that on there?
I don't know.
It takes me off. And 5 blades. Blade cutters, absolutely gorgeous. What is going on here with this? Is that popped out? Yes, it is. It's popped out right there. I don't think it's broke, it's just popped out. But man, oh man, that is so detailed. Hold on, I gotta bring this around so you can see this. Turn on the light, please. Shine into the canopy.
Oh, wow.
Wow, it's like super duper detailed. That is absolutely wonderful. Who the heck would ever want a stupid advertisement on their scale helicopter? Okay, so give me a second, I'm gonna take this crap off. All right, so now that we have spent the time to take those things off, I'm gonna spend a little more time after we're done. I noticed something while I was doing that. These handles actually move and the doors open, which is so cool. And then if you get in there real tight, you can see the collective and actually the cyclic. And then you can see the cyclic sticks on both sides. And then over here, I'm hoping you can see the collective. No, can't see the collective, but that is so dang cool. Turn on the light, please. So it's actually three-dimensional too, so it's really, really cool. And then back here, these back doors also open. Again, they just kind of give you access in there as though it were real. Turn on the light, please. So now this helicopter comes in multiple colors. Originally, we actually had picked a different color, but this one was available earlier, so we went ahead and went with the black, and it's awesome looking. And I just wanted to point out that the tail rotor that came on it is plain. It is not marked with the colored tips, and I am torn as to whether or not I want to switch it because I like being able to see the tail rotor. However, on a helicopter like this, it's all blacked out, black on black. It makes sense. We're gonna go with that for now, okay? So camera crew got this stuff ready while I was scraping the windows. There's 4 screws, and then there's a screwdriver that actually, these are really nice screwdrivers. Looks like hex drive, 2 millimeters, 30 millimeters long, okay? And so we have to put on the landing gear skids. And also it's a good time to mention that there is a second battery in our kit, and we have a downward facing, looks like an optical flow sensor and LiDAR. So both of them together. This is an all new tech in this particular helicopter. So it is bigger. And by the way, if you guys hadn't noticed, this is not going in very good. I wanna make sure I don't damage it. But you see what I'm talking about? Like it feels like it doesn't wanna go. I wanna make sure I don't break it.
Do you have the battery out?
Well, I could. So you grab these 2 things and you squeeze, and then the battery pops out. This is one of the things that's like both terribly annoying and also awesome about these helicopters is that you can take the batteries out and you can charge them really easy, okay? So it's a lot better than some of the other helicopters that we've had over the years. This is at 98%. We've got about 1,300 milliamps forced in there, which is an incredible amount of power. I'm just kind of surprised that so much is in there. And you can see that our per cell count is still at about 4.2, so we're getting really close. Now keep in mind, the way that the chargers tell that they're done charging, you can tell it's coming down. So as it reduces the rate of the charge, and it doesn't see this incremental increase in milliamp hour flow out, that's how it makes a decision that it's full. So it's pushing power and it's monitoring how fast it's being absorbed by the pack, okay? And that's probably not the best way of saying it, but it is true. So what we're gonna do is while this is, I'm gonna stop this one, stop. So that was pretty quick, okay? I'm gonna pull this one out and I'm gonna put this one in. It's at 3.8 volts, 3.87. I'm gonna start it as well. So it's gonna be charging while we've got this other battery over here. We basically wanna have the batteries ready to fly and we're losing our light window, okay? So now that the battery's out, you can see a lot easier. This is gonna go up in there, and that's where the balance lead and the connections for all the controls go for the power. And then up here, you can see there is an LED lead that goes to the front here. You can see the pedals, which is so sweet. And then this is the mounting rails for all the ordnance, but I am gonna specifically and intentionally hold off on mounting any of that. Oops, sorry. Until we get the skids mounted, okay? That one went in fine. That one snapped down a little bit. So I wonder if you do have to get the battery out of there. So now for those of you that are gonna be taking this on and off for transport, I don't know. I cannot fathom a time where I'm gonna be comfortable taking the landing gear off. I gotta say this body is, it's like a scale, it's like a model, okay? So, and I know you're probably thinking, does that open? It does not open, but it looks like it opens because the seam is still actually a seam there. Very beautiful. I mean, very, very gorgeous. But the other thing is this is not one to fit. Show them right here, please.
Yep.
See that?
Yes.
It's hitting. And so I have to, yep, I got it through. So I just had to force it down. Sits really nice on its legs. Blade prop size looks about right. Looks very, very scale. And I'm loving the way that looks. It's black on black. Might actually lose some of the scale details. Camera crew's gonna switch sides with me. And we're gonna go ahead and throw these screws in here. Now, here on Brian Phillips RC, we do this unbox build radio setup part of the video so that you guys can get the full experience, but also so that we can teach you a little bit about the batteries and what you might consider on your own experience. Those are like metal screws. They have like a sharp tip. They look like almost like self-tapping screws. It's a little different setup. I've never seen one quite like that. It's like a sharpened pencil. Very unique look. But definitely hex drive 2 millimeters. So I'm just gonna basically get these in. Now, if you want to take this and store it in the kit, you can take these off relatively easy. You can also take off the missiles relatively easy, the missiles and the rocket pods. The instruction manual does not mention where the ordnance is supposed to go. So we are gonna have to use our best judgment on spacing, but it looks to me like you can probably put it however you want. So I'm not sure if the missiles would be on the inside or the outside in real life, but I did think it was a little bit weird. We have a minigun on one side, and then we have rocket pods for both sides, but then we only have the one minigun and the one missile pod. So I'm not sure. Oh, that did suck that in nicely. So now the scale lines are even better. That's beautiful. I was a little bit concerned the fitment was maybe not great on that front one, but now that it's snapped into place, it feels really good. It's absolutely gorgeous. This thing is, and it's not just gorgeous from a distance. I mean, when you get close, you just see even more.
It's almost prettier close up because you can see all the rivets and stuff that you can't see.
And it doesn't show up very well on camera, which is why we were hoping to review the red and white one because we felt like it would show a little better.
You can see it in the shine of the light. You can see them.
And now you guys can appreciate why the heck I get so irritated by those logos, okay? I don't care what brand we work with. I don't care if this thing is covered with logos. But that thing is the sacred cow. Do not put logos on there. Same thing is true unless it's a sport aircraft and then nobody cares. We're at 438 milliamp hours with 88% charge. So that one's gonna go for a little bit yet. By the way, full disclosure, this charger will work. It's gonna be a little bit slower. And let's talk about the dudes since they came in this package. I don't know if I'm gonna go through the trouble of doing a detailed analysis on this guy, but I mean, there is just tons of cool stuff going on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pop this open. Of course, you can get these from the links in the video description below. You help support Brian Phillips RC. This is a cool gift idea for anybody who has scale aircraft. I must say, this guy looks like he's gonna have a lot of articulations too. Oh yeah, double ball links. That is so sweet. He looks pissed off too. He's like, I got a Sterling kit sticker on my helicopter. I was like, what the heck? What the heck? So, whoa, he's got his hand is primed and ready to grab something. So we'll just kind of move his arms around a little bit, show you that he's got good articulations. There's even an articulation mid body. Jeez. Yeah, so it's a little hard to get his hind portion to bend like that, but I want to see if he fits in here and how the scale relationship works. Now, keep in mind these handles do allow you to open the helicopter pretty easy, but I think what's happening here is they might have shrunk down the scale of the humanoid experience because look how high he's sitting. Now, I don't want to drop him in here and have all sorts of grief. You know what we're going to have to use?
Forceps.
We're going to have to use forceps.
Well, it's one way to get them out.
I know you guys are curious about this, and we are too, and we want to explore all the potential cool things that you can do with it, but we are going to run out of daylight, so.
Well, and I'm wondering how well he's going to fit, because the box here says 1/25th scale, and the heli manual says 1/16th, so.
Yeah.
But he looks like a not terrible fit.
It looks like a pretty good fit, but you know, it's kind of like if you let your kid fly your MD-500.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking?
Well, but I'm saying like it doesn't look too bad. I don't know. I don't have to fly a lot of MD-500s.
So you guys can be your judge of whether or not you think that's right. We did a video recently. I'm not sure if you guys caught it, but we'll probably have to add these guys into that mix. we'll see what we can do with that, see if we can maybe make it work good. I'm just gonna tell you this, these things are not cheap like G.I. Joes were, okay?
Right.
G.I. Joes were pretty inexpensive. As a kid, I remember buying them and thinking, you know, they're not too bad. But if you're buying helicopters like this, you know, it's still gonna be proportionally cheaper than the helicopter. All right, so ordnance time. Rocket pods. I think the rocket pods are going to be outboard because I'm thinking like, how would you launch rockets? Is there a forward and backward? There isn't really a forward and backward on these that I can tell. If you guys know what direction they would go in real life, I can't tell a difference. There's a line here and then a seam here as well. And it looks like more of a manufacturing thing than a detail that's designed to simulate real life. That looks so sick. And then these missiles, I mean, to be honest with you, I would, if I'm launching rockets, I want them launching, you know, how exactly would you, that must be a rocket propelled forward. I don't know how that would work.
It seems like it would be in the...
Seems like it would be in the way of the skid.
Yeah.
So the minigun is so detailed and awesome. So I'm super excited about the minigun. So it's like, I wonder if the rocket pods need to be on the inside. But whatever the case is, I'm gonna go ahead and try. This is extremely difficult to slide on here. You see my fingers? Mm-hmm. Can you hold this please with one hand right there? Just hold it. I know you're trying to film it, but at some point we're gonna have to actually try to slide. Ah, it's on.
Got it?
Okay, got it. Okay. You can let go. So these blades, 5 blades, one of the biggest details about this heli that I love is the fact that it's got the 5 blades. And by the way, the semi-tinted windows look so good, but you're still gonna see through. And brushless motor, tail boom supported inside, looks like carbon fiber. And of course, we're gonna have LEDs. This is the GPS LED that is gonna tell us the status of the GPS system. And that is one of the things with the flight controllers. We need that feedback so we can make decisions as pilots. But in this case, we don't know what color that's gonna be. And of course it is a bit of an eyesore when it comes to the ultra scale helis like this. And this is, make no mistake, ultra scale. Also, I just wanted to point out one thing. This one, it looks like a programming port. So AA batteries did not come with the heli. We pulled those out of our surplus. These ones are just from Harbor Freight. They're like the world's crappiest batteries. I don't even think they're selling them anymore.
Nope.
They stopped and it hurt my soul because they're like 4 milliamp hours each. They last for like 6 minutes. Okay, so dual antennas. Don't twist too much. You might break the inboard coax cables. And normally you want to kind of make these paddles go out like that. You can turn on your transmitter. It is a color screen. Not that it's really going to do much in that regard. So you can see the direction of movement here on the sticks, which is pretty sweet. And there is a take a picture mode. There is a evidently landing mode. There's a high and low rate, dit, or low. See, it just literally spells out the word. And then there's a circle and a figure 8. And there's manual and auto, and then there's unlock and drop to the ground crashing. Then there is low, this is probably a ground sensor, then GPS, and then I don't know what that is. So there's nothing in that 3rd setting, but if you look down at the screen, you might see beep, beep, beep. So that's return to home. Okay, so I'm assuming that's the same as that, except when you're in return to home, something like that's gonna work. So Xiang, good job on labeling the manual. Xiang, good job on making an absolutely gorgeous helicopter. It does say US Army on the side of it, but it doesn't say Marines on the missiles, which is nice. So they did a little bit better than the Flish with the Marines livery and the US Army missiles, okay? Yes. So again, if I got those missiles or ordnance in the wrong combination, guys, let us know in the comments below. I'm embarrassed for myself, but I want to see this thing fly. That thing looks so dang good. And I love MD-500s. Someday it would be like a big kid's dream to fly a real one or fly in a real one. So if you guys know how to set up a discovery flight with somebody that's got an MD-500, let me know in the comments below, or actually better yet, email us. We want to set up correspondence and get that lined up. Okay, so ready to load. You put that in. Pull these in if you want to not stress your body of your helicopter and make sure that they actually snap. Oh, off camera while I was scratching off the Sterling kit labels. You see this? It's not wanting to snap. You see that? Mm-hmm. This is why you got to be kind of careful. If it pops out, that's going to kill your helicopter right then and there, okay? So just make sure it's all the way in. I don't feel like that's all the way in, do you? Because that should be out.
Should be popped out?
Should be popped out to the outside. Yep, there it goes.
There you go.
That is, it's just, the whole thing wants to give because it's hollow, okay? And it's making me nervous. I do not want to break this. So you see how I'm supporting it with my hand like an egg? That's what you've got to do when these things are new. Sometimes these tabs have a little bit of a memory to them. And once you work them in and out, they'll knock off the high edges. And that is going to be so sweet. Okay, so user's manual. This is 1/16 scale. I want to show you guys this next to a Flywing only because you've seen this Flywing a lot on the channel. This is a 470 class. This is a 1/16, whatever that means. So if you want to see the difference in size class, why don't you come to the other side now from here so they can see. Helicopters are deceiving because the blade dimensions are not always linear to the size of the body of the helicopter. There's a big difference, okay? Yeah. So like that Bell 412 over there is a bigger size class by a little bit than this Bell 206, but it's only dinky a little bit different. Mm-hmm. And they use the same helicopter flight system, the rotors and the blades and all that on the EC-135, which is a considerably bigger helicopter. And the same is true on the BO-105 lineup. But then if you go to other Xiangs like this Bell 206, which is another awesome helicopter, it kind of hits in the middle, okay? So it's a little bit dusty, you might notice, but look how much smaller that is.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That'd be another like GPS heli drone style helicopter, but this is considerably larger. And I know it's hard to tell online. If you're trying to do size comparisons, side-by-side comparisons can be difficult. And yes, that thing popped off, but that is just a pressure fit. That just pops right in there. So you guys can see it didn't break. By the way, Xiang, this doesn't really bother me because it matches. It's, you know, it's within
like part
the
of the livery.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
But I do have a problem with marketing on the product. This is a selling point. This is the thing. Oh, it's so gloriously beautiful. Okay, with that being said, our unbox will be done right now. Remember, to turn this on, you're gonna flip it up, you're gonna press the buttons, you're gonna do it with danger, okay? You see how it says danger? Mm-hmm. That's opposite of danger.
Right.
That's safe. Okay, so then you would press this and it would turn on. Okay, once it's on, then you're gonna see the LEDs, and I'm not gonna arm this, okay? But just so you can see how sweet it is, and obviously you can lean, but nothing happens. That's because whatever mode you're in, you need to have it in the right mode. It will not respond to the cyclic input until you're in the right mode, okay? So, because I don't know which one I wanna be in, I'm not gonna screw with it, but you can see the difference in the position. It tells you what direction you're pointed because this is in fact a GPS heli drone. Also, we have nav lights in true to scale points, which is very good. Those are gonna hopefully flash for us. And we have a light on the bottom, which consists of the light for the battery. And then of course, a forward facing light. So if it weren't awesome enough before we got to that, this thing looks sweet. I gotta fly it right now. So guys, if you wanna fly one, check out the links in the video description below. You support Brian Phillips RC and all the things we do RC. But in terms of different stick conditions, mode 2 is the way ours came. And the gyroscope calibration is sticks up and down like that, okay? Okay. So I wanted to know what that was. Also, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna show this and you guys can read it. If you can't find the manual, follow the links like you're gonna buy it and you should be able to find the electronic manuals. I'm just gonna show you what the screens say. Oh, and yeah, this is just the different percentages as it goes from 0 to 4 lights. And so the flashing one will actually indicate that you're between those two steps, okay? So this is a quick rundown. Okay, so compass calibration right there. American hand gyroscope calibration. Okay, Why do they show it both ways? That's weird.
That's compass.
Compass calibration.
And this
So the
one's gyro,
gyroscope.
that's compass.
Okay, so gyroscope, compass, okay? So I'm not gonna mess with the compass or the gyroscope. This is the manual start, stop, okay? So sticks down and out. And then of course you're gonna come out of the danger. Danger means it's gonna shut off, and you can actually look at these things if you want by tearing everything apart. Notes on the lower vision sensor, blah, blah, blah. It's gonna work or it's not. We're gonna be the judge of it. And you toggle that with the smart return right there, all the way down, okay? So smart return to home. Be mindful that sometimes altitude and clearances are not what you expect they might be, okay? So there you go. Pretty cool. Downward toggle 8 time continuously. Proper pitch setting, I don't know. They've got all sorts of stuff at the end.
Okay.
We're not gonna read that crap because we don't need it yet. But we will eventually need it, and if we do, we'll come back to it. If there's something weird happens in flight, we'll talk about it. But guys, here on Brian Phillips RC, we try to share the full truth, definitely with the truth, so help us God. But that also includes some of the annoying details. Like when stuff comes and that plastic is popped out. You see the plastic right there? That's popped out. You wanna know why? Because it is quite thin. See this? Look. Those two pieces of plastic right there don't quite give enough support. And so this plastic is popped up on the top. You see what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I don't like that that's the case. I wish I could do this in another way, but you see what's going on here? You see that?
Yeah.
I'm just afraid I'm gonna end up breaking something trying to get that pop back in. But the truth is, if that's the worst we have to deal with, I could probably tolerate it because this helicopter is stinking awesome looking. And so we want to fly it for you right now. If you guys haven't already seen the flight, I'm sure it would be at the beginning of the video. But right here, I'm going to see if I can, yeah, I don't know if I can do that, hun. This one was popped out too, okay? But you see what I'm talking about right there?
Yep.
So I think we're going to have to, that's probably not going to go back in. Because if I go back in with it, I'm probably going to compromise the rest of the plastic.
Yeah.
So I'll play with it off camera. Maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. But either way, guys, we do mean best. We do mean to be fully truthful, so we show the flaws when we see them. At the end of the day, these things are expensive. We demand that they're good. And we have been seeing awesome stuff from Xiang. We haven't had any big problems with their stuff. Man, oh man, that is absolutely fantastic looking. All right, switch sides. So guys, here on Brian Phillips RC, we do this so that you can have a fair shake. We're gonna shake out the BS from all the Chinese manufacturers, and hopefully you're left with an amazing experience. So special thanks to Xiang and Sterling Kit for working with us on this. Links are in the video description, guys. Come back for more. Thanks for watching. All right, so other ways to support us. If you don't want to buy this amazing product, check out BrianPhillipsRC.com, and you can see competitive helicopters sorted by type or by brand and affiliate. And 4 other ways: Patreon for monthly support, YouTube members for monthly support, or YouTube super thanks if you like that, for one-time donations, or PayPal if you don't want to be part of those clubs. We appreciate all or any of them. But at this point, the biggest thing, and we say this every time we make a video, the best way to support Brian Phillips RC is by getting deeper in with your own personal experience. And something like this helicopter will help get you there. So definitely check it out, and I would suggest you get one in the links of the video description below. Thanks for watching, guys. Come back for more.